Hello, I'm Michael, and in this short video I'm going to show you a few ways to bring your own kitchen to life using things that are already there, including seeds as well as containers that you can take out of your recycling bin. And let me just show you, I've got a whole load of things around me. First of all, let's see this. We've got a empty jar here. I put some compost in and I put some stones at the bottom and some lemon seeds about 6 weeks ago, and the lid was on and they all sprouted, and you didn't need to even bury them, just put them on the surface. So that's really easy one to do. And then gradually they can be put into larger pots, and maybe you'll even get lemons, but they're very nice houseplants too. Here's one that's 1 year old. It's been in this lemonade bottle. And I've got to be very careful because I can't make holes in the bottom, put lots of sand at the bottom for drainage, but got to be careful not to over water this one. But there we are, that's growing in lemonade. And following on from that, here I have a rather tall tomato plant, still got flowers on it from about 6 months ago in a tomato tin of chopped tomatoes. And with something like this, yes, you can make holes in the bottom with a hammer and a nail. That's very important to allow the roots to breathe and to give extra drainage for the plant. On the subject of tins, with something like a ring pull baked bean tin like this, they do get very sharp. So be very careful. I've put tape around most of it just to stop it being a cut hazard. And again, I've made holes in the base of that. So what else is alive here? Got the avocado growing over here. That's 1 year old avocado, but it started its life like this with cocktail sticks in water. And you can see this one has just got the beginnings of some roots at the base. You've got to change that water regularly, otherwise it will go a bit smelly and eggy. So with the tomato, back to the tomato briefly, you can either grow tomato seeds from a packet you might find from the garden centre or online, or simply get tomato seeds out of a tomato and then spread them on the surface, dry them a bit and then put them on the surface of the soil and then cover up. So those are a few top tips. In the same family as a tomato, we've got potatoes, and here are a few potatoes that sort of came alive in our kitchen drawers, and these are beginning to sprout, these little things called eyes, but these are the beginnings of life. And I happen to have some rather tasty potato crisps here, and I'm simply going to put some compost in the base just to give it a bit of weight. This is a mixture of potting compost as well as with a bit of grit, some tiny stones. Put a bit in the base, tap it down a little bit. That's a bit of a big one, so I'll take a smaller one and I'll pop that in there. And then I'm just going to cover up to the top with some more compost, tap it down around it so it's almost full. Now you're not going to get huge potatoes out of this. Here's one from last year. Look at that, it's a tiny little potato. But to be honest, it shows you and everyone in your family what a potato looks like. It links the food and the package and the product. And you can do this with lots of different things. So that's ready to go. Just need to make sure that's a little bit wet, and then it will start sprouting quite easily. And speaking of sprouting, this was some celery. I cut the top off, the leaves off, just put it in this jar, and here we go. It's started to put some roots down, and it's loving it. It's put up some new stems that we can enjoy and eat. I really like celery. No one else in my family does, so it's all for me. Now, very briefly, I'll just show you what I've been up to, and I'm very happy about these. I had some dates about 6 months ago, and I put them all in this takeaway container with some soil. None of them have done anything except for this one, which I'm going to pull up very gently and show you. One date plant come alive with a root. So that's going to be a lovely palm tree, and I'm going to plant it in a bigger pot, and it will be a lovely palm tree, a house plant. So that's a few things. It's worth trying different things, whether it's mustard or apple seeds, lemon pips, orange pips, all sorts of things will grow. I'm very happy that these little oranges have started growing as well. And very soon I'm going to plant these peppers, just red peppers, into an old sushi takeaway container. I'm going to put them on the surface and then cover up with a bit more soil and keep it damp. So that's it. Hope you have fun trying all of this and exercise those little green fingers. Thanks very much. Bye.